Hello. So some questions come up pretty regularly about this idea of I've got it and I've lost it. Like, I've got it, I've lost it. And meaning that there's this understanding of what is this feeling or idea of what oneness is, and then all of a sudden it goes away. I'll talk about that here in a second, but it's as if they're saying, sometimes I feel like the ocean and sometimes I feel like a wave, as if those two things are different. Or sometimes I feel like the sand and sometimes I feel like a sand castle. It's all the same thing. The thing about I've got it, oh, now I've lost it again, is that they're both thoughts. They're both phenomenon just arising. They're on the same side of the table, so to speak. So if you can picture two circles. In one circle is I've got it. In another circle is I've lost it. And now imagine a bigger circle around those. This is everything. And the kicker is that the bigger circle isn't a circle because it doesn't have any edges. It's the infinite. And the other kicker is that those little circles that are inside, they're not inside. They are it as well. So this I've got it, I've lost it, some refer to it as oscillation. And there's a hesitation here to call it normal, because that normal implies that we actually know what's going on here. But oscillation appears to happen. I've got it is just a thought, and I've lost it is another thought. And both of those are occurring within awareness, within consciousness. They're just like a wave in the ocean. It's just a contraction in that infinite energy. In the mornings, I'll take some time. I guess you could call it meditation, but it used to be. But I'll sit with my eyes open and just sit and just be. And sometimes there is, I just call it a welling up of energy, of feelings that are occurring. Even the thoughts of like, oh, this is amazing. Those are just thoughts. They're I don't have it then. Well, I don't not have it either, because you always have it. There's no losing it. What you are, what you truly are, never ceases. It never goes away. It's always present. And the ego, the body mind, also just thoughts, bundles of thoughts, is a wonderful friend to me. It's barking all day long. For some, negative thoughts are arising, and for others, positive thoughts, and then there's sometimes some flip-flopping back and forth, such as like, oh, really getting this non-duality thing. This is amazing. You've got it. You've got it. The you've got it is the thought. The notion that there is even an ego is just another thought, and it's all happening. There's only what is. So the number of times that on videos like this that I hesitate because I'm almost tripping over words because they don't really ever get it done is ridiculous. But this is how it goes. If glimpses have happened, if there have been thoughts arising that is sort of a knowing of what's going on, then I even hesitate to say great, but great, they're neither good nor bad. The labeling them as good or bad, again, just more thoughts. But there's an oscillation period that can happen. Some would call it a shift from, I've read it called a shift from personhood to presence. The reason that those things get tricky, personhood to presence, is that it implies two separate things. And we're talking about non-duality, so they're not separate. They're sort of those two circles that we talked about a little bit ago. Allow I've got it thoughts. Allow I don't got it, I've lost it thoughts. They're all the same thing. Sit with them, be with them. They're all allowed. They're no different than any other thoughts that are arising in consciousness about just, parrots, monkeys, whatever you want to call those thoughts that are sort of chattering for some apparently nonstop. And there's no reason to stop them either. There's other comments that I see, actually, I get messages like, I've got it. And then not always, sometimes there's no follow-up, and sometimes there's a follow-up like, I had it. And so that's why I wanted to make the video, because I'm not laughing at the individuals. It's just, I've got it and I've lost it. You have it. You are it. There's no having. There's no grasping. There's no attachment. There's what you are can never be gained or lost. It's complete and it's whole. And that's why laughter happens, because I don't know why laughter happens. It just happens, but seemingly that the lost it, found it, lost it, found it, found it, lost it is all just the play of life happening. And I think it's wonderful and beautiful, and yet it's what is. It's what is. That's it, period. So if there's oscillation that's happening, allow whatever side that is. I can't remember if it was Nisargadatta Maharaj or Ramana Maharshi that said, or someone else, it doesn't really matter, but mention that when you turn off a fan, it takes a while for the fan to actually stop, to cease. So the programs that are running in the mind may continue forever. Allow them to be. You haven't got anything, and you haven't lost anything. There's only what is. It's all there's ever been. It's all there will ever be, is just this.